Ah yes, the Boston accent. That velvet-laced, honey-drizzled auditory masterpiece that rolls off the tongue like a drunk seagull falling down a flight of stairs. Much like the mating dance of an exotic bird or the secretive habits of Bigfoot Yeti, the Boston accent resists logic, consistency, and in some cases, vowels. For decades, haggard linguists have tried to map its patterns, only to come away mumbling, "I don't even know what language that was." And don't get me started on the otherworldly dialect of the Kennedy's English. The first rule of Boston English is, R's are for losers. Bostonians don't drive cars, they drive cars. They don't sit in a chair, they sit in a chair. But don't assume they've completely abandoned the letter R. No way, that would be too predictable. Instead, they sneak it into words that clearly had no business hosting it. Idea becomes idea, because why not? Loser morphs into lusa, as if vowels alone are simply not enough. It's a game of phonetic musical chairs, where the letter R gets tossed around, just to keep things interesting. Then there are the vowels, which in Boston, go on an interpretive dance journey of self-discovery. Park becomes pack, but not in any elegant way. It's dragged out of the mouth like an old sofa being yanked down a hallway. Heart becomes hat, and suddenly you're starring in a noir film from 1947. Don't even try to pronounce bar, it's ba. Boston vowels sound like they were dared into their current form during a drunken night at Fenway. Mayor somehow maya, but area transforms into area. Are they just guessing? Absolutely. Do they care? Not at all. Then there's the delightful habit of compressing words together so violently that sentences become an obstacle course for the uninitiated. Did you eat yet? Morphs into G yet? In one swift, unapologetic syllabic shortcut. And I'm going to Duncan collapses into a single, chaotic phrase. I'm going donkeys. No need for those unnecessary extras. Efficiency reigns supreme. Boston isn't just an accent. It's an attack. You don't say things in Boston. You shout them, ideally from across the street, while flipping the bird and simultaneously holding a Dunkin' coffee colada, the size of a small toddler. Your average Bostonian speaks like they're permanently stuck in traffic, having just lost today's Red Sox game to the hated Yankees. The tone is less conversation and more verbal mosh pit. If a Bostonian isn't yelling, you need to check their pulse. And the way Bostonians emphasize words. You haven't truly been threatened until someone from South E tells you they're wicked pissed. That's not just an emotion, it's a lifestyle choice. Wicked is the Swiss Army knife of Boston adverbs. Everything is wicked. The traffic? Wicked brutal. The snowstorm? Wicked bad. The Sox winning? Wicked awesome. Your existential dread about being stuck in a Dunkin' line for 40 minutes? Wicked real. Now that you've been emotionally prepared, it's time to introduce you to the basic vocabulary of the Boston tongue. Don't worry, you won't understand them, but at least you'll be able to nod and pretend you do. Wicked, the holy grail of Boston adjectives. If it's good, it's wicked good. If it's bad, it's wicked bad. It's a universal intensifier, like MSG for conversation. The T, what other cities call the subway? In Boston, it's the T, short for terribly unreliable transportation system. Bang a Huey means execute a U-turn, but make it sound like you're describing an MMA move. Dunkies, the poor man's Starbucks, also known as Dunkin', the fifth most sacred institution in the city after the Fenway, the Constitution, Tom Brady's abs, and that one alley in the North End with the decent cannoli. Shout out to Mike's Pastry, home of the holy cannoli. Now, should you unadvisedly attempt to navigate Boston using a GPS, you'll quickly learn that maps are irrelevant here. Every local pronounces place names like they lost a bet. For example, Worcester is Worcester or Worcester. Peabody is Peabody. Gloucester is Gloucester. Dorchester is Dorchester, unless you're from there, in which case it's dot. Billerica is Billerica, which, frankly, is just offensive to the English language. Don't even try to pronounce Faneuil Hall. Just point at it. You'll be less judged. Correcting a Bostonian's pronunciation is like trying to explain calculus to a squirrel. Best case scenario, they ignore you. Worst case, they tell you to go back to New York. Like you personally lit Fenway on fire. The accent isn't just a pattern of speech, it's a badge of honor. It says, I was born here, I suffer here, I'll stay here despite the potholes, and yes, I yell at tourists for sport. It's more than language. It's a declaration of war on the Queen's English. In summary, the Boston accent is a rare gem in the tapestry of American dialects. It has all the grace of a dropped bowling ball and all the logic of a fever dream. It bends the English language into a pretzel, deep fries it, dips it in road salt, and yells at you for not knowing what a packy is. That's a liquor store, by the way. It is chaotic, stubborn, proudly aggressive, and wildly unbothered by your confusion. And you know what? We wouldn't have it any other way. Now, I'm off to pack my car and have yacht. But first I'll grab me a large iced coffee from Dunkies. So get out of my way, you wicked Lusa. That felt great, like I'm a true Bostonian. Just so you know,